top stories. The head of state lands gods in the Ministry of Lands, Country Planning and the Environment, Francis Faure, said that the house survey undertaken by the Environmental Protection Agency (EPA) and partners is a first step towards evacuating people from risk-prone areas. The former bank governor, Dr. Kelfala Mara, on Wednesday, October 4th, 2017, officially declared his intention to run for the flag bearer of the APC party at a well-attended ceremony held at the party's headquarters in Freetown. Judy Kosgei, Communications and Media Officer, Africa at Equality Now, has said that in order to stop inequality in Africa, society must start recognizing and protecting the rights of the girl child, especially from perpetrators who might not respect the existence of those girls. And in sports, the Sierra Leone Got Talent Chief Executive Officer Ibrahim Wuriba is clearing the ring for a phenomenal boxing contest between Abubakar Kata and Tommy Lee. The fight will be held second week December 2017 in Freetown. Those were the headlines, and now the news in detail. The head of state lands gods in the Ministry of Lands, Country Planning and the Environment, Francis Faure, during a strategic meeting for stakeholders on Monday, 2nd October 2017, on a survey of houses in environmentally risky areas in Western Area Rural and Urban, has said that the house survey undertaken by the Environmental Protection Agency (EPA) and partners is a first step towards evacuating people from risk-prone areas. Sarah Kali tells us more on this report.
With repeated calls from international communities emphasizing that stronger efforts are needed to build resilience and limit climate-related hazards and natural disasters in each country, including Sierra Leone, the Environment Protection Agency, in collaboration with other government ministries, departments and agencies with support from UN bodies, has initiated a preventive measure for future stability and protection of the country's ecosystem. This measure is the survey of houses in environmentally risky areas in Western Area Rural and Urban, especially areas that were once considered protected areas. Various MDAs, including the National Protected Area Authority, the Office of National Security, and Ministry of Lands, Country Planning and the Environment. The survey will be conducted free of bias in order to prevent disasters of any magnitude and as a first step towards removing people from these areas.
With regards to this meeting today, which is to undertake an activity that is the survey of houses in disaster-prone areas, we, the National Protected Area Authority and Conservation Trust Fund, would pledge our full support, not in any biasness, because as our mandate implies, we pledge that we ensure that this survey will become accurate and with sacrifice.
Of course, we all know what has happened and the lapses we had in identifying disaster areas and having a gap figure. And therefore, we want everyone to be cooperative, want to be involved in this activity to have the gap figure so that the government of itself will know what to do and when to do specific activities and students, that we will not have to wait to have a disaster before we endure this type of activities.
This is one of the first steps we are taking to go into the field to do inventories or data process of all of these areas that the disaster-prone area or related affected area. It is a very good one. What I'm saying here is it has been predicted by the EPA on several occasions that this such of disaster, or man-made disaster, or natural disaster, whatever we call it, is going to happen, provided if people don't take care. If people don't remove from the area that has been identified as a disaster-prone area.
The Environment and Social Officer of the Freetown City Council, Suleiman Zainu Parker, stated that the FCC has been pivotal in assisting other MDAs in various capacities for sustainability and development, and therefore cautions for proper implementation of the survey. Emmanuel Musa from Statistics Sierra Leone stated that it is important to compile a coherent data of affected persons in demographic sets.
We have always been the first point of contact, because normally when disaster happens, you will see community people rushing to the council. And in most of what has happened in the past, the flood of 2015, some of the mudslides, some of the previous disasters that have happened, we've always been very, very much pivotal in giving our support. So we are highly delighted, as I say, that this time around we will be joined by other stakeholders to ensure that we identify those structures that are within those disaster risk areas.
The exercise is about mapping all the structures and in the areas that are termed disaster-prone areas, both in western area, rural and urban. Meaning we are going to visit every structure, and in each of those structures we need to find out how many people reside there and disaggregate them by age, sex, and other parameters that may be necessary for government for them to plan well for these areas. So meaning it is not an easy task. Going to all the structures at Kubi and all these 29 or 30 places that have been listed means it has to be a little bit of selflessness. We really want people to ensure that when you are assigned to those areas, you have to go there, because this is not an estimate we are going to give to government. When that thing happened at Montome, government had enough resources, but the problem was how many people are actually affected.
According to the UN representative, the repeated disasters were economically destabilizing for the country, but pleaded for hard measures and called for the exemplification of due diligence in the carrying out of their survey duties.
We all can attest that when these disasters took place, we also have a lot of damage loss in our economy. If you calculate, we have a lot of our economy is now down because of a lot of infrastructure and a lot of properties gone. So in calculating all those damage loss, we need to go back and plan. And one of the exercises we are doing now is tandem with planning. That's part of the disaster risk management cycle. The first phase is talking about preparedness and mitigation exercise. And what you're going to do is part of mitigating. So as you're going out, I want to also reinforce for your exercise, the patience, because a lot of people will ask you questions out there. We know our communities. They are very eager when they see strange people around.
Sarah Calais reporting for Star.
The former bank governor, Dr. Kelfera Mara, on Wednesday, October 4th, 2017, officially declared his intention to run for the flag bearer of the APC party at a well-attended ceremony held at the party's headquarters in Freetown. Lamin Mansari report.
Dr. Kelfera Mara, as an individual, has served the All People's Congress Party, holding different positions, and also has the records as one of the party's loyalists. He is amongst individuals contesting for the position of flag bearer and has continued to build enormous support across the country. The former Minister of Finance and Bank Governor has over the years undertaken lots of developmental projects in different parts of the country. At a well-attended ceremony at the party's headquarters in Freetown, Dr. Mara has reaffirmed his commitment to serve the people of Sierra Leone by vying for the highest seats in the land and promised to help complement the developmental strides of the President, Dr. Ernest Bai Koroma's vision and agenda for prosperity.
My letter here, application for the position of all People's Congress, ABC presidential candidates. I get a lot for offer to this country.
Dr. Mara and his supporters strongly believes that he holds the hope and future of the All People's Congress Party to lead the country to the desired destination.
Review the agenda for prosperity, make and know whose progress will not make on our roads. What you don't know agriculture, what the President Romato achieved, what ahead, under all the sectors, tourism, you name them. I don't know with you. Today, I can tell and say, President Romato as a president between 2007 and now, short 10 years, they don't do more than all the presidents of this country on the right. For the last 7 years, I don't work at any strategic position, very central. I work with all the ministers, I understand the economy, I understand the challenges, and I know after review, the next step of things that we need for do for ensure that the APC continue to be in power on and on. And so therefore, as a young man, with all these experiences in government, with experience as child with G7+, knowing what fragile and small states will go through, knowing fully well how government will manage their resources, because I don't work as advisor of the Commonwealth. For several years, advising government on how they follow development with democracy. I don't do that for long. And I believe, with the blessing of the APC, that all these experiences, we feel well some don't come, and what we need for do next, that the party will be given the opportunity, and then you begin to take on the mantle of leadership from President Nkrumah.
Having facilitated the construction of branch offices in Moyamba and Koinadugu district, and also has embarked on other projects empowering children, women and the youth with education and skills training support programs, Dr. Kelfala Mara strongly believes that if given the mantle of leadership, he will deliver the people's expectation. The host of supporters that took to the streets in support of Dr. Mara holds a firm belief that their candidate is in a leading position after all he has done for the party and the people of the country, especially after his contribution in governance and in facilitating construction of two-party offices in recent times. Reporting for Star News, compiled by Mohamed Basiru Sanusi, I am Lamin Mansari.
Judy Kosgei, Communications and Media Officer, Africa at Equality, has said that in order to stop inequality in Africa, society must start recognizing and protecting the rights of the girl child, especially from perpetrators who might not respect the existence of these rights. She made a statement in a media engagement titled Challenging Stigma and Discriminatory Policy to Uphold Girls' Right to Education, Sega Kale reports.
Equality Now, a rights-based activist entity, has organized a one-day training session for media practitioners titled Challenging Stigma and Discriminatory Policy to Uphold Girls' Right to Education in aims of preventing crimes of discrimination and violations of human rights, especially rights of the girl child and women. In this media engagement, Judy Kosgei, Communications and Media Officer, Africa at Equality Now, stated that in order to stop inequality in Africa, society must start recognizing and protecting the rights of the girl child, especially from perpetrators who might not respect the existence of these rights.
Thousands of perpetrators, or whatever the number, who are walking scot-free in our villages, in our schools. You know, it's not safe for our girls, because if we focused probably on the perpetrators and say, so who are these people who are targeting our girls? Who are these people who are sexually assaulting our girls, who are sexually violating our girls, who are taking advantage of of a catastrophe, of a situation, of a crisis? So it means we need, as the media, we are the voice to the community. If we want to change attitudes in a community, in a society, if we want to change the norms, if we want to push for a policy, for example, if we want to reach various stakeholders, if we want to reach the government, if we want to reach the international community, the regional audience, in Africa, then we need you. We need the media.
She further stated that their organization respects and recognizes the power of the media in guaranteeing perception change, and therefore prioritizing and educating the media will be pivotal to the success of advocacies against teenage pregnancies, female genital mutilation, and right to girls' education.
We work towards ending harmful practices, and under the harmful practices we have child marriage and female genital mutilation. We also work towards ending sexual violence and having justice for girls around the world. We also work towards ending sex trafficking, and we also have a program under legal equality. So under legal equality, we ensure that there are no we work towards having non-discriminatory laws or texting laws that are discriminatory against women and girls. So we are here in Sierra Leone with one mission: to challenge the stigma and discrimination policy and to uphold the rights of girls to education. We know there's this policy that was introduced, and visibly pregnant girls have been banned from attending formal schools. So we are asking, if you're saying education is a basic right, then why are we denying these girls that right? We are asking, why are we focusing on the victim who was sexually, exploited? Because these are girls who are under 18. So if you coerce an under 18 to have sex with you, it means you're sexually exploiting that person, or sexually somewhere, victims, survivors of rape during the Ebola crisis. So we want to know, how can we work with the media to ensure that we don't lose this generation of girls.
And as always, let's join Hilton John, our sport correspondent, for some sport news.
Thanks to Iwaida Sise in the studio for some sporting news for today's the Sierra Leone Got Talent Chief Executive Officer, who is Ibrahim Wuri, is trying to set out the case for two of our outstanding boxers in the country, wherein Abubakar Kata and Tomili will be competing for 12 rounds boxing fights that will be held on the 12th of December 2017. My colleague Ali Sonta has been following the development of boxing in the country, and he now put his reports together.
Abu Kata aka Target has begun personal training and fitness jabbing ahead of his biggest fight ever against kickboxing champion Tommy Lee, a show that is being planned by Salon Got Talent CEO Uriba for December in historic Freetown. Kata has described his fight with Tommy Lee as a serious show, since one should not underrate a fighter, and that Tommy Lee, being a champion himself, calls for tension and readiness.
First of all, I want to thank God for a very wonderful opportunity like this. Forget the championship, and I trust God say this is the very first time where they get big fight like this. The other fights what they do, though they're big, but this one could be first of its kind, where they go for 12 good rounds, and we believe say this fight will be the very wonderful fight at this nation. You know, go ever underrate a fighter. Tommy Lee is a champion. He don't represent this country in different nations, and now him na the defending champion in kickboxing, and he don't challenge me. Say he want for take me on, he want for beat me. He go chill me frag as he say, and I believe say me in a target, a child of God. I trust God say nobody no go chill me flag this time round. The fans of Tommy Lee don't they call me, they threaten me, they don't they tell me let me not fight, at least Tommy Lee go scrap me, Tommy Lee go this, Tommy Lee go say. They don't say a lot of things about Tommy Lee to me, and I believe say me in a target. I fear no one. I believe say the ring will show who done a champion, because me they go in the ring not to forgo play, and they go there for business.
Kata, who began boxing 16 years ago, has engaged in 30 victorious fights in and out of the country. His latest contest was the one against Daniel Lasayo in this year's comeback of Salon Got Talents. 69 kg welterweight is Qatar's fastest defeat came against a Liberian counterpart whom he sent to hell in the second round of fight. For Star TV Sports, Ali Kamara reporting.
Well, that was Abubakar Kata, one of the best boxers in the country. We hope that we'll get more better boxers that will be representing the country in international competition, because it has become just like a law in the country where our boxers can do well at home, but when they attend international competition, wow, so disappointing for our Sierra Leone. Congratulations to the Brookfields community. They have qualified to the grand final in the ongoing NASIT 15-year celebration football competition at Siaka Stevens Stadium. It was indeed a deserving win from the Brookfields community team as they secured a 2-0 victory against Abacha. The head coach of the Abacha team, Ibrahim Kamara, was not happy with the result of his team. According to the head coach, he told this medium that goalkeeping error and defensive blunder responsible for the defeat of his team. Here is the report.
Well, it's a very sad result for us. Although we also came here to come and win, but it's a very sad result for us. We are not happy because we know football is a matter of win or lose. So we take it in good faith. The better team they won today because they play very good game today.
What do you think is responsible for the defeat of your team?
Well, the responsible, I would say, because of a defensive blunder. It happened with my left back. He was having problems. But after then I made the changes. Then second half now there is no goal. Only first half is only 2 goals against us.
I feel good because we don't determine, we don't play for them, we don't team for this. So I believe say we don't have to go final, we don't go final for the community. All we need for the support to come out, we deliver for the final.
Do you expect another win to this game?
Yes, because they're a very good squad today. So I believe say we make up any time.
You're not one of the best goalkeepers in the ongoing competition. What do you expect from you in the final?
I expect from us a final and do more. I win the best keeper.
And what more do you expect from the community?
I expect them for the support, their support, and they give out the best to the community.
And in the interview, one of the best goalkeepers in the ongoing competition is Hassan Toure. Did well into this game for the Brookfields community. Once more, congratulations to the Brookfields community. They have qualified to the grand final, and the second semi-final will be tomorrow at the Siaka Stevens Stadium, where Clintonians will be in attendance to see whether they'll book the ticket to the grand final, and the winner will grab 20 million. The runner-up will receive 10 million from NASIT as part of their 15-year celebration. Away from local scene, in today's news, in the international scene, Equatorial Guinea have been expelled from the 2019 Women's World Cup in France for filling 10 ineligible players and using forged documents. The players all took part in the qualifying for the 2026 Olympic Women Tournament in Brazil. The latest sanction come on top of their ban from competing at the 2020 Olympic, which was issued last year. FIFA also have imposed a fine of $120,000 on the country's football association. An investigation by the world governing body found the 10 players were not eligible to play for the representative team of Equatorial Guinea. The 2 more players, Moria Linda, Medora Asulo, and Francisca Egua Agasu, were given 10-month ban after being found use forged and false field documents, according to what FIFA is saying. So is a setback for the Equatorial Guinea female team, as they will not be part of the 2026 Olympic competition. Very little bit of setback for them because of using fake documents. Finally, St. John's defender Richard Foster has been banned for 2 matches for kicking a referee door. Very interesting for the player. The Scottish Football Association found Foster 32 guilty of excessive misconduct after the 3-2 defeat by Dundee at Danes Park on the 19th of September 2017. That's all for sports for today. Back to you, Waida Sisi in the studio.
Well, that's all we have for you in a national news bulletin file live here on Star TV. I am Waida Sisi. Thanks for watching and stay tuned for other exciting programs coming up shortly after the weather forecast.